questions to ask, right? I campaign with the confidence rising. I told WDF don't switch, good times are coming underneath and deep diving. Fan cams, reactions, watch along, still the pride of London thriving. The Eagles of South, they flying. Keep your eyes on us, we ain't hiding.
That's a vibe.
I'm shameless. I saw Callum bobbing his head.
Yeah, I know. That's a vibe. That's a vibe. That's a vibe.
Big up, everyone. This is the Liverpool match preview. Obviously, our game tomorrow night under the lights, Sellers Park. I don't know what to make of this game, to be honest. But JC, how you doing, my guy?
I'm much better now that the vote is completed. I'm very happy now. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. I've bust case. I've got Tyreek and Chino's judge. I used it for good, but I'm good, man. I'm much better now. I'm happy. But if I look in towards this 90 minutes, I'm not happy.
And we can actually see from the red corner, innit? Representing Liverpool, Ozzy, how you doing, my guy?
I've been better, to say the least. Not great time being a Liverpool fan, but yeah, we march on, as they say.
And I knew my little ones were walking. I knew it.
Mind it all the time, bro. Mind it all the time.
And obviously, our brother, massive Pool fan. We were recently on this channel with the preview. Massive fan. We're a massive fan of the work, obviously, Matt and 50 as well, man. Definitely. They're on the road to 30k, so make sure even if we could give them a few subs ourselves, let's push them to that 30k.
Thank you, man.
Callum from Coppish, how you doing, my guy?
Yeah, like Ozzy just said, I could be better, bro. I could be better. Obviously, it's a pleasure to be on the channel. Thanks for having me on, and yeah, thanks again for coming on Coppish as well. You guys make that show excellent, so thank you. And yeah, I beg you, just give us 3 points on Saturday, please.
Listen, we're trying to get our first win this year as well, please. And stuff. You know what I want to kick it off with, actually, and I know it's going to hurt. But FSG, there's a lot of rumours that they're saying, listen, we're not going nowhere. Oz, we'll start with you first. Like, what's going on here?
I'll be honest, I don't think it's a huge surprise. From when they made that statement about possibly selling the club, they always said they were looking for investors. So as Liverpool fans, we kind of took that notion to be like, maybe there's a potential of having full ownership takeover. But as pure FSG fashion, you know, they've kind of just put us under the rug and just left it at that. I don't think we will be taken over by new ownership. But who would be stupid enough to invest a large sum of money into the club as investors? It doesn't make sense, just to help with the transfer activity in the summer. So this is FSG. What can you say? I'm sure Callum has. I've been watching Coppish. I know Callum has a lot to say about FSG as well. Yeah, if you're FSG in, I don't know what to say. I've been FSG out for a while. Yeah, it's the sell to buy for me doesn't work anymore. It was a great model for a club where you're trying to work from the ground up, but after a while, when you've sustained great success, you have to kind of change your policy. We haven't done that. We haven't evolved. We haven't adapted. We've got the same old stuff where we're trying to find players. A lot of the signings as well have to be quite questionable as well. I know Callum would agree. Is there a Pep Lindis signings that have come through in the last couple of windows, or has it been Klopp? Because, for example, I'll give you Carvalho. I don't personally think that was a Klopp signing, but that's just an example of how we are right now. So FSG, look, I don't want to put it down, but I feel like we're not going to be having new owners anytime soon. So get used to the sell to buy policy, but because it will continue. And unfortunately, I don't see us rising as a team. This will probably be how we are in the next couple of years until we see new ownership.
Cool. Just to put a spin on the question for you, Carl, with them potentially staying, and I say potentially because you just never know with football, would you think that would have an effect on Klopp and his decision moving forward with your club?
Oh, Rich, that's a great question. Honestly, don't know. And Klopp, the reason I say I don't know, because Klopp's been moving a bit crazy this year. So again, there's a fine line between calling out ownership and then doing a Mourinho, innit? I think Klopp could have said stuff that gave a bit more transparency to the situation, but he hasn't. Klopp's also paid very, very well at Liverpool. Like, he's on for like 15 mil a year. And to me, he doesn't seem like someone who's money orientated. 15 mil a year is still a lot of money to walk away from, if we're going to be honest. Plus the fact, even today in the press conference, he said he signed a new contract knowing that it's going to be tricky. And he was saying that last year or last summer wasn't the summer to do a big overhaul, and kind of almost insinuating that this summer might be. It's just difficult to know. I mean, Ozzy, I hear everything you're saying. The only thing I would say is I don't even know if we are sold to buy anymore, because we're not really selling players at all. We're losing them on a free. And the ones we are selling, we're selling past their sort of peak in terms of market value. So the strategy at the moment with Liverpool Football Club, I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't understand. But I don't see Klopp walking. If he walked, that may give the owners a kick up the backside, but I don't see him doing it. And I don't want him to either, by the way.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, obviously, we spoke on your channel, and the model you seem to have is kind of similar to what we've been doing for ever since we joined the Prem. You know, we sign minimal amount of players and we just keep playing until their contract runs out. It's crazy. JC, just before obviously we go to the comments and then dig deeper into this game. Vieira had his presser, and there is a chance. There's a chance. I don't think it would happen, but there's a chance.
There's a chance that Nathan Ferguson might be fit. I don't know if you caught that part of it. I think he
I haven't watched all of it yet.
He had a segment saying that Nathan Ferguson played 45 minutes in the under-21s. So in the last year of his contract, he might play another 8 minutes of football. But onto serious notes, Mitchell and Zaha are maybes for this match. And I tell you what, having Zaha back, just adding him to the team is just going to be a massive lift to everyone else, because you know that left wing, left midfield position, you know who's going there now. So there's no need to think, do we have to put Schlupp out there? Do we have to put Eze out there? We can actually, even though Vieira probably won't do it, we can actually play our players in the position that they're meant to play, because for some reason that seems to be a big problem with Vieira. He just loves to play players out of position this season. But just Zaha in general, he knows the club. He'll give absolutely everything to every game he plays, and just having someone of that little bit higher quality in the team, someone we know who is pretty reliable against bigger teams to step his levels up and play well and to lead the team forward by example, is going to be a massive, massive plus to us in this game. And especially from the goal he scored against them at Anfield, taking it early so Alisson couldn't settle. I think that's something we need to capitalise on, because if you let him settle, then he'll save pretty much anything. But if you take it early, his feet are in no man's land, aren't they? He can't settle properly. So I think just for that, for his pace, for his skills, for his dribbling, it's a massive plus, huge plus.
100%. It will definitely give the stadium a lift as well. You know what? We go into games now, literally clock watching to see what the starting lineup is and such.
Can I ask a really quick question, not to take you off a tangent? Am I right in saying Zaha's contract ends this summer, in theory?
Yeah.
Is there a chance you guys is he gonna re-sign, do you think, or do you think?
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Cool. I hope Klopp's on top of that, because
I was thinking the same.
we could do it. I don't want to see him play against us, but I do want to see him play in a Liverpool shirt. I would love to have Zaha at the club, especially on a free as well, homegrown as well.
We have enough wingers.
No, we actually, I genuinely believe we need another out and out winger to compete with Diaz. I don't think Nunes is an out and out winger, and we've seen that now. But Diaz and Zaha to compete for that left-hand side, I'd be over the moon with.
I think one thing with Zaha is if he's not guaranteed that first team spot, but he will play week in, week out without question, he ain't going there. So if he's even got the competition of Diaz, he's not coming because he wants to be that
You
guy.
don't think?
And I think that's fair, isn't it? He's 30. He's going to be 31 soon. He wants to see out the rest of his career at the highest level. I think for a Palace fan, I'd much rather him go abroad so he would never play against us, because I think that would hurt it for him to score against us if he went to an Arsenal or a Spurs or something like that.
No, 100%.
Fair dues.
Right, just address a few comments. Right, big up Stepman Stubbs. He's out for his son's birthday, actually. He was actually going to join us today. Big up Rich. Says, come with you Palace. Big up the chairman. Evening, guys. Big up Eddie. Man United fan, by the way. Big up you guys are due for a win. Big up Maria. Definitely catch you down there tomorrow. Obviously can't wait for the game. Big up Vibes. I was looking at a Tesco on Tuesday. We were trolley full of girls harvest apple juice. It was around 5 past.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant, Vibes. That is brilliant. I have to hand that. Vibes, well done. That is quality.
We're going to quickly talk about that in a minute, actually. Just very quickly. I know it's painful. And such. Can't wait for tomorrow's game. Big up UK Pat. Hope you're well. So there. We got Rich T, the GOAT, also Callum. This will be torture to watch as in the game. We'll see. FSG behind the stand and asking for the money back is wild. Then Henry probably asks his kids for money to buy the Christmas present. Oh man. Big up JB. I hope you're what. You know what? We had this scheduled as a 2 for 2 and stuff. So I know obviously you said you might not have been available, so Ozzy was available. So match reaction will let you know. We'll let you know. Man City fan here. I don't know who he wants to win, to be fair. Big up Patrick. Who else we got here? Big up Earth. Callum does not want Saha to play.
Fact.
You see the fear in his eyes.
I'm not going to deny it.
Big up Dave's 2-1 Palace and big up Rob. It's been a while, Rob. Hope you're doing well. Okay, just quickly, and I generally mean quickly, right? Now, your league form has improved. 2 games, 2 clean sheets, 3 goals scored, and you were really impressive against Newcastle in the first 10 minutes or so. You got your 2 goals. They went down to 10 men, and you thought this could be a rout. And then all of a sudden, Newcastle pretty much, they could have got something out of the game if they'd taken the chances. Yeah. By the way, we hate Alisson because he's always good against us as well. Then midweek. Now, I've got a theory on this. Cal. You're not going to like this theory. And I don't think Matt's going to like this theory either. Yeah?
Go on.
Basically, yeah. There's a fan, people clip up fan reaction things. There's one that's got you involved and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's Cass.
Yeah. And so, and he was just like, this is Anfield. Anfield.
Yeah, it was Cass. It was definitely Cass.
Right. What makes me laugh, though, is that I'd put up until Matt joined.
Everything was all good. I'm not going to lie. I was going to change the passwords, Rich. I'm not going to lie, bro.
He's going to lock him out of the stream.
Yeah, just thinking, Matt, I don't know why you can't get back in, bro. But I don't know, bro. Something's going wrong. It looks suspicious, isn't it?
It looked nuts.
It looks suspicious.
He ended up as 2-0. It was 5-2.
Oh, man.
No, it's mad. But we'll start with you, Callum, just very quickly. Like, what went wrong Wednesday night? Was it Wednesday or Tuesday?
I mean, you'd be better off asking what went right.
Tuesday.
Everything went wrong apart from the first 18 minutes. Everything. Ball possession was terrible. Use of possession was terrible. We're 2-0 up but we were being counter-attacked. The formation was bad, the tactics were bad, the game management, some of our decision making. It was awful. Like I didn't think it could get worse than the Brighton defeat, and then the Wolves defeat happened, and I was like, okay, this is definitely the peak now. Enough's enough. And then the Real Madrid game happens. I'm like, at this point, anything can happen now. So it's just like that. That for me was a really bitter pill to swallow, because it's one thing losing to Madrid, but losing to Madrid when you're 2-0 up and the game's in your hands, it was horrible. And the fact that they finished scoring by the 66th minute and could have had more, yeah, it kind of says a lot, man.
I want to focus on one specific goal. I think it's been bandied around Twitter. The third goal you conceded, Militao's goal. Now, at the time, Trent was marking him. Now,
Rick, you want to make me drink something stronger than water tonight, man.
I know it's zonal marking that you do, but surely Trent's got to track his run. Or am I just reading this wrong?
Apparently, the way we mark is a bit of both. So it's man mark and zonal, but I don't know what we were doing for that goal. They were like in a line. It's like they're trying to do offside track in the corner. It's just weird the way it was set up. Like, it was mad. I don't even know how to explain what happened. It's just ridiculous. I don't want to pinpoint on Trent, because obviously Vinicius scored twice, so everyone's kind of saying that he was at fault for a lot of the goals. We just couldn't handle him on the counter attack. Obviously, the first goal was world-class finish, and then obviously the Alisson one was just a dreadful error, kind of matched what the other keeper did at the other end as well. So it was just woeful defending. It's been, I think that's actually been one of the tale of our story this season, where we can't defend set pieces. We're very terrible at doing that, and we conceded a lot of goals as well. So that's something that needs to be fixed on the training ground. And I know that's a key area that Palace would probably look into and exploit.
Because we're normally terrible at set pieces, but we've only scored most of our recent goals from set pieces.
Yeah, so I'm dreading that, because I think especially against the Wolves, we played Wolves so many times this season. It's like, I don't want to see that badge anymore. But they were against us in terms of set pieces. They took advantage as well. So that's one area that I'm not looking forward to. I think it's an area we need to improve on, but it's not even the personnel. I think it's tactics. It's coming from the management. It's not how we should defend. So yeah, not looking forward to it, to say the least.
Just a quick question I see here from Earth before you look on by 11.
No.
Do you think you should leave?
No.
Okay, cool. So that's unanimous. Jamie saying it was Trent. It wasn't Trent. It was Gakpo. Okay. Trent had Benzema in the zone, and Gakpo let his player go. Okay. Apologies if I got that wrong. I did think it was Trent. But, right, combined 11. JC.
Okay, let me share this. So, on this channel, we like to do a combined 11. In this combined 11, we like to have at least 3 players from each team, because we've done it last year with Man City and we didn't get a single player in there. So, Palace channel is a bit mad to not have any Palace players in there. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to both the guests, ask them which player in each position. So, let's say I'll start with Callum, you'll go goalkeeper, and Oz will go left back, and then so on and so on. Needs to have at least 3 players from each team. And afterwards, then me and Rich will give what our opinion would be as a Palace fan on this combined 11. So I'll start.
Do we allow Zaha to be in this because he's in contention?
I think because Vieira says there's a chance, I think we should allow Zaha in there.
Okay.
I was going to ask, is it only players who are fit, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so I'll start with Oz. Let's go goalkeeper.
Alisson. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
We ain't even going to argue.
Normally, I already have the opposition goalkeeper already in here because we never get the goalkeeper. Callum, left back.
Got Mitchell or Robbo. I like Mitchell a lot. I do think Robbo has been one of our better players this season, though. He's kind of gone under the radar. Mm-hmm. I like Mitchell. I'm going to have to go Robbo, though.
I would have told you to go rubber anyway.
Lewandowski.
Oz, let's go right back.
Right back. So it's normally Klein that plays for you guys, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. This one I might debate, you know.
I'm not sure what to say on this one. I'll say Trent, but I know I'm gonna get a lot of abuse on that one. So that's my one on that.
Right, Callum, let's go left centre back.
Left. So you're. Yeah, all right. I think this is quite easy. So Virgil.
All right, Oz, right centre back.
I'll go for Anderson. I think he's been fantastic this season for Palace.
Yeah.
Oh, and just on Virgil, have you known that people call him Van Disney?
Yeah, we know.
Yes, we do.
Here's him when he's at his best.
From the back, 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 from the back.
Can't help but laugh at that one. That's
Virgil better score tomorrow for that now.
Whenever he drinks the stick, we like to use that.
Okay. Who you picked the last player? I forgot. Was it Oz? I think it was, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. Let's go. The DM, the central midfielder, Callum. Who would you go for?
Decore.
All day.
We normally have to fight to get him in.
What am I going to bring Fabinho and Henderson to the table, bro? Like I don't want to have a DM. If Bajcetic had played more games and kept his level of consistency over more games, I'd debate. But Decore has been leaps and bounds ahead of Henderson and Fabinho this season. They've been two of our worst players this season.
Oz, let's go central midfield.
Eze. I think Eze has been good this season. I know he's had a couple spells where he's a bit inconsistent, but I'm a big fan of his. I think he's a top player.
Callum, final midfield spot.
I don't think we get any midfielders in. Who's your other midfielder?
The Conga.
What about the? Was it Bashir? I can't remember. Was it?
I mean,
the young guy.
The only thing he hasn't, I don't think he's played more than sort of 5 Premier League games this season.
No.
So
Would you go with him or Lokonga?
probably Bajcetic because Lokonga hasn't barely played this season as well, and Bajcetic's played well when he has played.
All right. Do we know how to spell that? And is he going to be in here?
BAJCE.
He ain't in here, bro.
Oh, he's not even there.
What's his first name?
Stefan. With a
Oh, that's so common as well.
yeah. It's definitely with an F. With an F.
MDVD, yeah.
He might not even be on
He ain't
there.
here, bro. He ain't here. There's no way.
Yeah, we'll chuck a random Stefan in there.
Yeah, we'll just
Yeah,
chuck
we'll go. Which one do you want? Let's go Sadic. Big up Sadic. That's my
It's similar
guy.
to Bajcetic. Savic, Bajcetic. We'll take it.
We know.
All right. Oz, let's go left wing.
Zaha.
Callum, right wing.
Now, Salah's the better player. Form-wise, it's a debate. I'm going to go Salah, but Elise, from what I've seen this season of him, has been very good.
I would have said Elise, to be fair. I think Salah's...
And again, not to poach your players, but another player I wouldn't mind seeing come to Liverpool.
100. Nicely.
Well, if you think Salah's one-footed, you ain't seen Elise play football yet. This guy is so left-footed it hurts my head. Finally, Oz, let's go striker.
I have to go with Nunes.
I'm not like we had no say in this.
I have to go Nunes.
Definitely. Rich, I think when we go back to our tier list at the end of the season, this one's going to be up there as well with some of the best ones.
It's a very good side.
I don't know. I think just because I've seen this guy play so well against us, I'd probably put Jota up front. Just because that guy always scores against Palace.
Oh, and he is available. Yeah,
he is
I would
available.
He only played, what, 2 Premier League games this season or 3?
Yeah.
So
Even that's the reason. That's the reason why he'll play so well, though. That's the problem.
I really hope so.
The only one I was going to debate was Trent and Klein. Now, yes, Trent is the
Yeah.
Consistency of performance this season. I personally think Klein's had a better season, and that's a stretch because we're struggling with right backs.
I think Trent's form has been better since the World Cup. I think that again's gone under the radar because of how bad we've been collectively. But
yeah,
Trent has probably been consistently our best defender since the World Cup, to be honest. The rest have kind of let him down to an extent in some aspects. Yeah. I've always got a soft spot for Klein, though. I wish we kept him a bit longer.
Yeah, I think the only one that I probably would have debated a bit more is if we went for your guy over Lokonga, then would we then debate about Will Hughes? Because I think that when he's played this season, he's actually been very good for us in the midfield.
Yeah, good shout.
Good shout, yeah.
Or are we sticking with this?
I want to see if you guys remember at the end of the season when you do your tier list, if you remember who's meant to be in Savic's position. I want to see if you remember his name. That's what I want to see. I want to see your reaction when you like. Yeah. I want to see your guys' reaction.
Big up Stefan.
Why is Savic in the team?
Don't worry, if you had a look at our Botafogo stream, we just found anyone that had the same name and just hope for the best.
This is it. I ain't got no complaints, to be fair.
No, none at all. It's actually probably one of the most balanced ones we've done recently.
Yeah. I think the other balanced one was Spurs, where we were arguing
who's worse.
This is it. All right, cool. Cal, I'm going to quickly go through some score predictions because obviously you've got to shoot. So we have a predictions league. All right. Now, these were last weekend's fixtures and the results. All right. I think JC and Nate obviously got the highest. So it's 3 points if you get the exact scoreline correct. If you get the correct result, it's 1 point, and obviously nothing if you don't. As you already know, and if you haven't seen the stream, check out Nicky's a cheat stream on YouTube. He basically like baited out that he copied my prediction one week. The Twitter public voted, and he got a 15-point deduction. So hence the asterisk, and hence why he's so far behind and such. Now, we're obviously adding the community out there. I'm still top by 10 points and such. Nicky's points deduction killed him. But bear in mind, some of the people that are below Nicky just keep forgetting to put their predictions in. Yeah, it is what it is and such. And then going into the guest league, that's the second page, isn't it? That's the first page. So Jack, Southampton fan, he's top. And then we've got a joint bottom between Dan Lawless, Grizz Khan, and Hanif. Right, so all three of them are bottom. So you just need to beat 3, Callum.
No pressure, yeah.
Beat 3. All right. Because whoever finishes bottom does a forfeit.
Okay. So basically, if I don't win this week, I'm gonna have to join all the predictions to make sure I don't finish bottom.
Well, everyone gets one shot at it. Everyone gets one shot at it. So Just make sure you get more than 3. Or get 3 with a correct score. Like, you can literally just get 1 result, as in like 1-0 correct, whatever, and that would be enough.
Cool.
No
What's
pressure.
that goal difference?
Yeah. Right. Very quickly, Fulham Wolves, because that game's already kicked off.
Fulham Wolves, I'm going to go 3-1 Fulham.
Everton Villa. I'm typing this up, JC, so don't.
Everton Villa, yeah?
Yep.
2-1 Villa.
Leeds Southampton.
2-2.
Leicester Arsenal.
3-1 Arsenal. Sorry, can I change that? I'll go 3-0 Arsenal.
And Forest.
1-1.
Bournemouth Man City.
Yeah, 4-0 Man City. They're going to feel the wrath of what happened last week.
I believe so. The big game. Palace Liverpool.
2-1 Palace.
Oh.
Hurts me. It hurts.
Man.
Spurs Chelsea.
Chelsea usually win there, but the situation there is a bit mad. I'm going to go 2-0 Spurs.
And then the 2 games that are next Wednesday, Arsenal Everton.
4-0 Arsenal.
And Liverpool Wolves.
2-1 Liverpool.
Oz, you're kind of safe for now, but if there's any time we don't have a guest come on, I'll come to you to do the predictions for that week. Yeah.
Yeah. Ever since he heard about the forfeit,
I just need 2 results basically to come through for me, yeah?
So you need a correct score and a 1 correct.
Yeah. So, for example, if Palace beat Liverpool 2-1, that's 3 points and the correct score. So you'll be safe.
Cool.
So you only need 1 result to be the correct score. You're okay.
Cool.
And such. Or 3 results to be correct.
Cool.
Lovely. Right, I'm going to give you the platform to promote your channel. I'm sure people know where to find you, but promote it anyway, my bro.
Yeah. So, guys, I'm just on Team Coppish with Matt and Drifty. Guys, most importantly, make sure you subscribe to this channel, Eagle Eye Football. Also, go and help Ozzy's channel as well. Honestly, it's a pleasure being on this channel. Always been a fan of the work you do, and obviously supportive you've been of us both as a channel and individually. So much appreciated for having me on. But I just ask one favor, please, Palace, let us win tomorrow. We need top 4 way more than you can believe. Please, Crystal Palace, just do us 1 solid, please.
We need Premier League football more than you believe.
Listen, relegation zone is 6 points. Like it's a bit techie at the minute. We need points. Also, Carl, like, if you are available after the game, if you're about, come find us.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a shout actually because I'm trying to organise what we're going to do. So I'm going to give you a shout.
Sweet. And then if you're recording something as well, then we'll jump on yours as well afterwards.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, we'll talk. All
right, wicked. All right, Carl.
Nice one. Thank you, guys. Ozzy, we'll catch up as well and do something as well, bro.
Well, thank you, boys. Thank you.
Bless you guys. Have a good one.
You too. Take care.
Peace. Yeah. Let's talk a bit Palace, and then we'll come back to you, Oz. All right, we've heard the presser. Right. Let's just say Zaha is fit. Where does he play?
Okay, now that's techie again. I'm not going to lie to you because I can see Vieira putting this guy up front
This is what I'm
purely for the counter attack.
But then would that be a problem?
Yeah, because
his hamstring could go again.
Yeah, because I don't see Zaha outrunning, out muscling Van Dijk with a dodgy hamstring. and a strapped up knee. I don't see that happening. I think the only way Zaha's going to get any love out of this game is if he's up against Trent. Because
I was going to say, I think that would be the area if I was Palace coach to exploit.
I'm going to say there's no disrespect here to Trent, but we've seen it every time we play against them. He absolutely shreds Trent every single time we play against them.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only place that he can really play. And I tell you what, I think that would have to play Edouard because I cannot see, as Pat would say, I cannot see the Twister professional football club player up front for us ever again. Mateta cannot start. He needs to be Edouard.
So bad. Really,
But
and just for the whole sole purpose of just holding the ball up. Like, I would even take Edouard on the left and Zaha up top if it means Edouard plays. Like,
oh yeah. Of course, even though Edouard is a striker, but he can play on the wing if he needs to, I would still rather play Zaha up front and Edouard on the wing rather than playing Mateta up front altogether. Because if you got him up front, it's literally just a waste of oxygen on that football pitch. I'm not going to lie to you. It's that bad when it comes to this guy. But if we actually do play Zaha on the left, Edouard through the middle, Elise on the right, with Eze in the middle, if we break on the counter-attack and that whole forward line goes forwards together, they play very high fullbacks, and they most of the time play two at the back. I'm guessing it'll be Virgil and Matip because I bet you Gomez is never putting on the Liverpool shirt ever again in the season after what he's done. I reckon Robertson might bust a gut to get back, but if we break with pace, I don't think from how high he is up the pitch, if Elise steps off him, lets him have free space, and Elise stands behind him, if that ball gets fired through from Anderson, because his passing is incredible, if Anderson can bypass their press with one ball, and Elise is in front of Robertson or Zaha's in front of Trent before he even gets running, I reckon we've actually got a very good chance of opening them up, splitting the centre-backs. Eze can go through the middle. Zaha or Elise can pass it in. He'll be on the right side of the centre-back, and hopefully we can emulate that goal that Wolves scored against them, because that seems to be the formula to break Liverpool down.
Fair shout. Just have a few more comments back here saying, watching the Fulham game and they showed Fulham's goal against us, and I couldn't even watch the Ream goal. Yeah, it was dreadful. Big up Revenant FC. I can't remember what he was laughing at, but it's probably something.
It was a Van Disney thing.
Snap! Yeah, I forgot that. I've said here, I like Trent, but some of his decisions on the pitch are disastrous to say the least. Van Dijk has been quite poor on the pitch after his knee injury. Yeah, that did have a massive effect. Yeah, Klopp should not have rushed him back. That's a good point. Welcome, Madison. Says please keep developing Lokonga. His Arsenal future is in doubt. I'm hoping we can.
I hope we keep doubting him and give him to us.
Yeah, this is it. We're hoping we develop him to stay. Like, please go and sign Rice. Go and sign Moses Caicedo. Do what you need to do. Let us have Sambi, please. And so, well, big up, welcome to the show. Subscribe if you're new. Big up, Grace. Hope you're good. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. And Mr. Botswana himself. Hope you're doing good. Big up our brother Nate. Says a lot of competition. Aussie, obviously, Cal was here previously. Even if fit, I'm hoping we rest Wolf. Okay, as far as we've been, it'll be brain dead to risk his injury getting aggravated. Yeah, I think that's a point, to be fair.
Yeah, because we've got more winnable games actually coming up.
Yeah.
We've got, I think after, what is it? It's this game, then it's Villa, then it's Brighton, then it's City, then it's Arsenal, and then I think after that, I don't think we play anyone. Yeah, I don't think we. I think after that game, I think we play everyone below the top 10. We don't play another top 6 team until the end of the season. And I think we only play Chelsea again, and that's it.
Yeah, because Chelsea's near. No, we're done with Chelsea. We played them all the way. Yeah.
Let me
Remember, we lost 2-1 last minute goal, and then they beat us 1-0 up the bridge.
Spurs is the only other big team that we're playing.
Yes. Big up, Hanno. He says, please draw this game. We will try. Mateta is about as much use as a glass hammer. We've had enough draws. We need a win. Yes, we do need a win, but I would take a draw and stuff. It's just about keep getting those points ticked over and such. Ozzy, final thing.
Yep.
Where is the danger for Liverpool? I'd say, where's your success going to come from in this game?
I think he'll come from Gakpo. I know he's been playing a little bit better because he's been playing in a more of an unfamiliar role, to be fair. He's not really played as a false nine or however you want to phrase it, but he's been quite more involved in the last few games. So I think he might be the key in terms of dropping off and being more of a link-up player. And I assume Darwin Núñez will be playing on the left-hand side. So using him to exploit your right back, which I think might be Klein as well, would be a tactic to deploy. Salah, for me, don't like the way he's been playing this season. He's been hogging up the byline. That's not really his game anymore. Maybe when he was younger, but now I feel like he needs to play more as an inside forward. So I don't think he's going to have much impact, if I'm being brutally honest, despite who's playing at left back for Palace. So our midfield is pretty much the very stalemate in terms of how we play. Bajcetic has been sort of like a shining light where he has shown a variation of his passing. Fabinho was awful against Real Madrid, so I wouldn't even start him in this game. Henderson is a pressing machine, as Klopp likes to call him, but he can't do it every 3 days. He can't do it week in, week out. He doesn't have that engine anymore. So I don't know, to be fair, if I'm being honest with you. Robertson has been a bit wayward in terms of his crossing. Normally, he's very more assured and accurate in terms of his passing. But I think this year he's been more sort of focused on his defending aspect rather than being an assist maker this year. So Trent, I'm worried because if Zaha is playing on the left-hand side, I can see that being a tactical thing where he would have to defend a bit more deeper. So he's not able to attack as further up the field as he would like because there will be gaps behind. Gomez, as JC said, I don't know if we'll see him in a Liverpool shirt. He's been woeful, to say the least. And I'm a fan of Gomez as well, but some of his defending has been shocking. I'm sure you guys have seen the memes all over too. I don't need to talk about in terms of comparison in terms of how he defends.
No, that Brighton meme that came off. Oh my God.
Yeah. Being compared to Ice Spice is not really a highlight of his career right now, but to say the least. But yeah, it's not looking good. And we've got players like Matip, who for me is a good defender, but he lacks pace as well at times as well. I'm hoping Konate can come back soon because we need him more than ever. But yeah, it's looking dire right now for Liverpool. I can't lie. In terms of answering your question, I would say it'll come through Gakpo and Darwin Núñez. Salah, for me, is just not playing at the right pace. He looks like he's running with like a parachute behind his back. Like he just can't move for some reason. It's just crazy. So yeah, those two will be the players that I would say would have some sort of impact in terms of possibly scoring some goals. But we'll see how it goes.
I know this question is probably going to be massive in hindsight, but and you've probably been asked it many, many times.
Yeah.
But did you guys sell the wrong player? You sold Mane and kept Salah. Should you have done it the other way around? Because if you sold Salah, you probably would have got double, maybe even triple the money you did. Maybe do a reverse of what you did with Coutinho, sell him and then buy like 2 or 3 really world-class players.
Yeah. In hindsight, I would say yes. I think with Mane, which a lot of fans will probably forget, in the last 18 months before he left, he was dipping in form as well. So he wasn't even playing at his highest level. It was just the last 6 months where we played him in a more central position. He actually reformed and was a different player. So yeah, I think with Salah, it would have been a bit more difficult to replace him. I don't think there's a lot of world-class right-sided wingers in world football right now. So to replace Salah would have been a bit more difficult. But yeah, hindsight's one of those crazy things. I would love to have Mane in this team right now. I think Darwin Núñez, for me, is a very raw talent. I think in years to come, we might see him becoming into a top player. But if we had still Mane in this team, we would have someone that would lead the line. So I was disappointed to see Mane go. Even if he wasn't playing as a left winger, he would have been perfect for that central position. But yeah, Salah for me, I feel like people comparing him to Ozil, where he was fighting for that contract. He's got that contract now where he's like, set for retirement now because he's just
him and Aubameyang as well, isn't it?
yeah,
Ting, bro.
exactly. So,
but do you think maybe this issue would be, I wouldn't say rectified, but it would be less of an issue when Luis Diaz comes back?
I think so. I think he adds a different dynamic to this team. Gakpo predominantly is a left winger, but he doesn't have that raw pace like Luis Diaz has. So I think Luis Diaz, having him back, will just give us a bit more of a threat from the left-hand side, allows Nunes to play more centrally as well. But yeah, I think our midfield, because we have no cohesion in our midfield, I feel like whoever is playing up top, it just kind of falls back because we'll be great attacking, but then defensively, we're shocking. Our midfield don't seem to have an engine anymore. So yeah, fingers crossed Luis Diaz has come and make an impact, but we've got players where Jota's come back as well, and you can't really rush these type of players straight away into the team due to the injuries that they've suffered. So even when Diaz does come back, I don't see him being into the team straight away. So yeah, it's an interesting one, but yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Well, I'm just so happy because Mane is gone. I'm not gonna lie to you. That guy scored 9 goals against Crystal Palace in 9 games.
Yeah,
Bro, I'm so happy. For Liverpool, for Southampton, that guy would not stop scoring against us, man.
I know. It's kind of like Suarez as well. Suarez was like with Norwich, so he's just like he's got a soft spot for Palace where. Yeah, I feel like he just starts rubbing his hands like, yep, this is my time to score.
He steps on the pitch. He's like, I'm bagging today, no matter what.
Exactly. So yeah, we'd love to have him on the pitch right now, but we've got Gakpo. I think a lot of fans have dismissed him as a signing. I feel like we need to give him a bit of time. He's literally just joined the club it's been about 2 months now. He's probably just about got his BT internet sorted out in his house. So, give him a bit of time, let him settle in. He'll come good. I'm a bit surprised that he's playing as more of a false 9. That's not really a position he normally plays. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, not looking forward to this game, if I'm being honest. After that defeat against Madrid, I think even a point would be a success, if I'm being brutally honest.
100%. I realized this time. I always forget I'm on mute. I think for us, just obviously very quickly before we wrap up, midfield's going to be key. I think we need to somehow win this midfield battle.
I've got a funny feeling that this is going to be probably the only match in the Premier League that we're actually going to dominate midfield.
It could actually be that way, yeah. I think this game's going to go down to who takes their chances.
I think Sambi Lokonga, Chet Decore, and probably Will Hughes in midfield. I reckon we could actually win that midfield battle pretty convincingly.
Yeah, 100%. Ooh,
I wouldn't even argue with that. Our midfield have literally been run over so many times now. Like it's become a joke. So yeah, I think the only guy that I can say does what he can is Bajcetic, the new young player that we have. Henderson is a shadow of himself. We don't have Thiago, but Thiago is a player we can't really rely on. He's always injury prone, unfortunately. So yeah, even against Everton, I think a lot of people said that our midfield will be overrun, but Bajcetic showed a great account of himself. So I'm hoping he performs because Decore for me has been a great signing for you guys. Kind of went under the radar, but I was aware of him playing in League 1. Box to box as well, but he's playing more of a DM for you guys. But he runs around. He does a great shift for you guys. So yeah, it's going to be a long night for Liverpool to say the least.
I hope so.
All right, let's address the last few comments and then we'll wrap up the stream. So I know this off topic, but do you think Chelsea will be in a relegation fight soon? Nah, don't think so. No, they got too much quality, to be honest.
And they spent too much money.
This is it. Hopefully Nunez has PTSD when he sees Joe again. Yeah, 100%. Just give another light headbutt, you know what I mean? until you have schluck play for your club in midfield, you know nothing of pain. Facts.
Fair enough. He scored a worldie a few weeks ago, didn't he, Schlupp? That goal, I forgot who it was against, where he flicked it over behind himself. That was a great goal. But yeah, I guess you're not his biggest fan, though.
Not in midfield, no.
Not in midfield,
no. You're the violent mid. I think he's referring to Nate. Would you play Ayu for his defensive work? Yes, but I'm angry with him still.
I think, ready for this shameless plug, yeah? If you want to see what we talk about when it comes to Ayu in this game against Liverpool, check out yesterday's show of Tacti Eagle, because we speak about all different types of midfield. We talk about the possibility of starting a Hamada, maybe Ayu, maybe Eze, even Elise. Listen, we could play. I think we've got a lot of players that can play all four of those forward positions, but it's who do we play where? Yeah, and 100%. Dan shuts me up with numbers.
And Wolf will have Trent on strings if he plays. And obviously, listen, we got to be very sensible with his hamstring. You know, if it means he misses,
have him on strings, do you think? If he plays,
I think so. Because Eze's ball manipulation is really good. So he may not need to beat him necessarily with pace.
You know, he's got great movement as well. So he was literally, I think with us as well, our right side of midfield has been our right side of midfield in the central area has been a sort of like a weak point as well. So normally Henderson would play that role. We've tried Elliott earlier in the season, but Elliott for me doesn't do the graft in terms of securing that position. So that is literally a weak area. Our right-hand side is a weak spot. So if you've got Eze playing in midfield or as a left winger, I think he'll exploit us. And I think the game you played against us early in the season was definitely evident of that. So yeah.
What's your score prediction?
I'm going for a draw. I'll take a point at this stage, considering what happened to us early in the week. I know the confidence is going to be down. I don't see us being upbeat. I'm going for a 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oz, we'll give you the platform. Promote your channel. Please, guys, go subscribe to my bro Oz, man. He's doing amazing.
Thank you very much.
And he jumps on Opinion Ball as well. So play to him.
I know I've been a bit off. Like I haven't done content for a while, so yeah. But Rich, as always, big support of my show. JC, thank you as well. Guys, please make sure you follow Eagle Eye Football as well. Subscribe to them. You can follow me on Twitter at AussieFTP. You can follow at Football Talk Podcast on Twitter and Instagram as well. And yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. I will be doing more content going forward, which is a big struggle for a Liverpool fan right now. So yeah, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, all good. Thank you for inviting me to the show, guys.
First time, baby. It's right there. Also, Wolves have just scored.
Yeah, I've just
Wolves
seen.
have just scored. They're 1-0 up.
Which...
So, what did Callum say? Did Callum say a Fulham win?
He said 3-1 Fulham.
Oh, so it's still on, technically.
It's still on.
Go on, Rich.
Isn't it? Right. It's. Oh, well, I've overcooked it. There we go.
Okay.
There you go. I've always got to remember right shoulder. That's what.
All I think about, point towards the door.
I got you. But yeah, no, big up everyone. Obviously, if you haven't seen the Tacti Eagle show with JC and Dan, make sure you go and check that out on the channel. And also, we featured on Coppish on Wednesday and stuff. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. See what we're saying on their platform as well. But apart from that, listen, enjoy the football that's out there. Massive game tomorrow night, 7:45 kickoff. We'll be there outside the fan zone after the game, hopefully celebrating a result. As we always end, up the Palace.
Eagle!